Our coaches here, we've got captains here, and I'm sure you want to get all the insights of what it is that we can anticipate come Thursday evening. So I'm going to start off then, if there is anybody that would like to get us started with the Q&A. We'll see. I'm not looking at you, but my eyes are hovering somewhere around. Well, maybe let me start with Jenny. Jenny, I know you've been very busy the past couple of weeks as well. I think just crystallizing the makeup of your team. Do you want to tell us around how you've used some experienced players with some new opportunities that have been incorporated into the side, and perhaps what it is that we can expect from you?
Thank you, Samia, and hello to everybody. Yes, we've identified a squad of 20 players that is important to us, especially with our preparation towards Commonwealth Games as well. It's always been a priority for us to build a little bit more depth within our squad and to make sure that, good work and solid performances get rewarded. We've been in camp for a while now, and we have had a bit of a selection camp. That's important to us because all our players are playing all over the world, and we need to see them in combination, and it's just a part of our process that works very well for us. It's also alignment camp for us, where we bring in all our players and where everybody can understand exactly where we're working towards and what we want to get out of all the specific competitions that we take part in. So yes, we've identified our 15 for the England Test series. It was quite surprising how far there's two players that we have added, one that was a part of the previous one. The previous tour as well to Australia and New Zealand, but we've got Tulisile Maduna, and Tulisile Maduna has been the player of the tournament so many times in that defensive position. Even though in the TNL she was part of the team in B section, it just goes to show that even if you're in the B section, the eyes are still on you. And one of the other players is Khanyisa now. Khanyisa has been playing with the Gauteng Fireballs for a couple of years. They've proven to be the strongest team within our league for the past couple of years. And we felt it fit to give her opportunities, seeing as she's so versatile as a player.
Yeah, absolutely wonderful. I think I'm really excited to see those debutants as well take the court and see what it is that they can do. So back to you on the floor. Any questions for our panel while we're here? Get up all the secrets before we start. Yes, sir.
Thanks. To both the coaches, just put this test series in into frame for the larger year, especially with the Commonwealth Games upcoming. How important is this test series to test your combinations going towards that showpiece event later in the year?
Yeah. Thank you, everybody, and thank you for the warm welcome. We love the food. We've already sampled a few of those, and South Africa's always been one of my favourite places, so it's brilliant to be back after the World Cup in 2023 as well. Back to your point around the purpose and how this fits in the bigger picture. I think we're going to meet each other in the same hall in Commonwealth Games in Glasgow, alongside Australia. So I think this head-to-head over many years has actually, I think, brought fantastic quality of netball, quite a different style to the matchups between ourselves and Australia or New Zealand in its own right. I think the head-to-head has been really entertaining and really competitive, not least in January, where we both had a win and both had a loss. So I think in context we really respect I think the passion and the momentum that the Proteas have had over the last 18 months. I think we saw that a couple of years ago, and the breakthrough talent that has come in. So we're really grateful for the opportunity to hit out against what we believe to be a South Africa team on the rise, but we too are trying to change the world order and play our role in that. So I think it's a lovely head-to-head to try and shake off the Aussies and the Kiwis and change the world order if we can and interfere with it. And I think it will be a brilliant contest between the two of us, and a respected one, but absolutely fierce in the battle, which is what we come to expect of each other.
Definitely, I think with the eyes on Commonwealth Games, this is a great preparation for us as a country to see what type of combinations works best against the combinations that they put out there. But in saying all of that, this is a priority for us. We know for our sponsors, but they want to bring in the top four. They want them to come to South Africa, and we are just so grateful to have them, agree to come all the way here. It's great to have the first opportunity as a new coaching pair to actually play one of the top 4 in South Africa. So that's also something that we feel they need to feel a little bit of our environment as well. So we're hoping that the people will come out and give them that true South African feel to the game as well.
Well, listen, Jen, I can tell you that by Thursday night, they will know exactly what South African environment is with our vuvuzelas. Back to you on the floor. Any further questions for the captains, perhaps? Yes.
For Casey. So, I mean, obviously you've been playing in the UK for quite a while now. Do you think that that's helped you learning, obviously, playing against a lot of the English players? Do you think that's helped you and sort of made you a little bit more sneaky as to
No, it does definitely play a role in our team. I think many of our players do play in the UK league, and it has elevated our game in a different way. But as well as England, they've got players that are playing in Australia in the Premier League, so they've also had an elevation into their squad as well. So it is going to be a good matchup in terms of that. And we've had a lot of players that have played against the players that are playing in the England team. So yeah, a lot of players have a lot of knowledge, and it does elevate our game and gives us a bit of hope on how we can match up with them.
Yes, Lucy.
Maybe my question will go to Fran. Fran, you guys played the Proteas last year in Jan. How different will the contest be now that you guys are playing here in South Africa? What sort of maybe challenges, if there are any, that you would be expecting when you take on court playing in South Africa?
Yeah, I think Justice kind of touched on how much we love coming here and getting to experience South African culture and playing in front of your crowds. And I just have to take it back to the 2023 World Cup and how well you guys hosted that and what an environment you created for international netball. It was really special to play in. So I know we've got a few girls in our squad who haven't had the opportunity yet to play against South Africa, and whilst they have played for England, it will be new opposition for them. So that's really important for us as well, to have some players get that exposure against the South African style, feel the rivalry that we now have with you, which is really special. And yeah, I think that will put us kind of in, like your question, with Commonwealth Games prepped in terms of how we know we've got South Africa coming up in our pool, and we just want to give girls that chance to feel that in prep to when it's going to matter this summer. So yeah, I'm expecting similar rivalry that we had last January, but here on your home soil. So yeah, I'm really excited for it.
Yes.
My question will be to Casey. Casey, your recent success at the Netball African Cup, how much confidence has that given you guys going into the series?
Yes, we always, like Coach always mentions, we always make sure that we focus on Africa because it is a different type of style. But in that series, we were able to, or that cup, we were able to give new players an opportunity so that they can feel the vibe of the team and be able to gel with the team, so that when we come to a series against England, those players are not feeling nervous, but they do feel included and supported. So that type of success has actually given us confidence to go in as a team and not nervous, but really gelled up and ready to face England.
Jenny, when you were finalizing your final 15 of the squad, what is it that you were looking for during the trials? What sort of players were you looking for? What sort of qualities were you looking for to make sure, or to put into that 15 final 15?
I've said it quite a few times. We have really worked over the past 2 seasons to just get the bulk of the squad that we felt have been like the foundation of the team together, and some of them has shown great combinations for us, and others have shown us a few weaknesses here and there. So for us, moving into this camp, it was important to understand where we were going and not to completely change the course that we were on, but to use all the experience of our past to understand where we want to build a little bit more depth. And I think especially in our mid-court, we've always, the ideal situation would be to have a 5-5-5 breakup within your 15 spot. And but for us, it's still a little, one or two areas, especially within the circles, and it's more about creating the depth and creating versatility and a variety for us to choose from. And I must say that it was quite tough this time around, and I think a lot of the players have stepped up quite a lot. It's always the most difficult part to get that 15 league selected, but we felt that everybody that we included in this England Test series has something special to give. And for us, it's about the standard you put out there. It's one thing to play a good set of trials, and it's one thing to have a great selection camp, but you also need to understand the bigger picture of how do you fit in with the game plan that we have set out, taking into consideration the team we're playing and we're up against. So that's why the training camp was also so special and important for us, to also see how the players react within that.
Yes.
Julie, which areas do you feel need improvement, especially before going to the Commonwealth Games?
Well, look, we had our hands full on that second phase against England the previous round that we played against them in the Nations Cup. So it's always been quite a big focus area. I think all teams out there, that is quite a focus area. But for us, just getting that specialist big attack position and settling on that specific position was a priority for us. And then also just creating the depth within the circles. We've had a couple of injuries here and there, and that really tested us in what we had left on the bench. So to us, it's more about finding the balance and the depth to be able to any situation that unfolds, to be able to still be in a position where we can perform.
Yeah, listen, the Vitality Nations Cup is a sore point for many of us, but hopefully we'll turn things around on the Spar Challenge and capitalise on the home ground advantage. Please, any further questions? Yes, last one there at the back.
Captain Francesco, you just mentioned now that South Africa's got a very specific playing style. In your opinion, can you describe that playing style for us? And then I'll ask the Proteas if they agree with that assessment.
Yeah, well, I think you're very good at running hard on the 1v1 in defence, and you've got a lot of range in your circle, and that's something that we're having to prep and combat against. With your range defenders, I think you've had that through the history of how you've chosen to play players and set up your defensive structures. I think for us in attack, we're not naive to you having some tall targets back there that us defenders are going to have to combat against. So just prepping how we work our defensive structures so that we can, try and win ball as high up the court as possible, make as many phases, get in the grind with you, and it's always a battle down in that end in terms of applying pressure and having a crack at ball and getting that balance right. We've got some real weapons at the post, so us keeping up to speed goal attacks as well, I think that's going to be my job.
Does that be a correct assessment?
Maybe.
Can't give all our cards away now. I like it. Well, I think we're going to wrap up this. Sorry, Anshin? Yes, of course.
Yes, good afternoon, Jenny. So, did you feel that the playing against the top three last year was valuable? And are you ready to take on number 4?
Yes, definitely. You only become the best if you play against the best and if you beat the best. And it's important for us. We are ranked number 5 in both the Commonwealth and the World Cup. We finished in the 6th position. So for us, it's about understanding what we're working towards and what improvement we want to show. We won't get there if we don't test ourselves against the best in the world over and over and over again. And in saying that, we understand, and it's also important for us that the players understand what it really takes to be the best in the world and what the qualities are and how you play the game and just the standard that they need to be able to uphold. So for us, that was very valuable, and it's a part of the bigger picture for us, and it's something that we need to do and want to do frequently. It's not something that we'll shy away from anytime soon.
Sorry, just another last one. So are you lucky to have a squad of 15? They need to train together and in this training and playing environment, but how difficult will it be to select the 12?
Listen, the past 3 days, we were sitting, both me and my assistant coach, Donana, and let me tell you, it's going to be a difficult one. You really need to know what you want to get done within the test series and then what your focus is and how you want to set up your game plan in order to pick that 12. It's definitely a lot of them are putting up their hands, and a lot of good combinations have come out in the past couple of days.